Hey guys, welcome back. So in today's video, we'll be cooking a very special, spicy, I really mean it. It's literally very spicy red chutney. So let's get started. So in a pan, we're going to add half cup of chilies. These are fresh red chilies. You can even use dried red chilies, but then you'll have to soak them overnight and then use it so that they'll get hydrated. Now to this, we'll be adding in 1/4 cup of oil and I'll be adding it gradually. So saute for some time and then we are going to cover it and cook it for about 2 to 3 minutes. And again, we're going to mix it and again cook it for another 2 to 3 minutes. Make sure the flame is on medium high. If it's high, the chilies will burn. And be a little careful as the seeds of the chili is going to splatter at you. If you don't like too much spice, you can remove the chili seeds. So you're going to cook it and cover it in 2 to 3 minutes intervals. You can even cook at 3 to 4, but make sure you be there and keep stirring so that the chilies don't burn. So now our chilies are cooked and we're going to take it out to a bowl and let it cool. Now to the same oil we'll be adding in 1/4 cup of garlic. You don't have to chop it because we'll be grinding it. So saute well, and we don't want it to brown very much, so keep the flame in very low and saute it. We just want it to be slightly golden brown in color. So now you can see it's almost done. So now to this we'll be adding in 1 cup of roughly chopped tomatoes, and as you can see, this do not have a lot of water content, which is perfect for this recipe. So use the tomatoes which do not have a lot of water content. It's fine even if it's slightly green in color. So mix well. Add some salt according to your taste. And now we're going to cover it and let it cook. So it's been about 3 to 4 minutes. You can see the tomatoes have smushed very well. So we're going to mash it a little bit. And you can see it's slowly starting to release a little bit of oil. So this is now ready and we'll be transferring it to a bowl. So now we'll have to cook the chilies, cool the chilies as well as the tomato and garlic. So now after it's been cooled, we are going to transfer it to a mixie jar and grind it well. So for color, that is, as we need a very bright red, I'll be adding in about 2 to 3 tablespoons of beetroot. And if you add more, you're not gonna get that rich red color, but instead you'll get a pink color. So be careful in how much you add. And now you can see the chutney is really smooth and ground really well. So for a close-up shot, this is how it looks. You can see it has a very bright reddish orange. So now what we're gonna do is, to the same pan, I'll be adding in about 3 to 4 tablespoons of oil. If you want, you can reduce it a little bit to 2 tablespoons of oil. But here, as oil acts as a preservative, I'm adding about 3 to 4 tablespoons. So once the oil's heated, I'll be adding in 1 teaspoon of cumin, that is jeera, and saute it well until it starts to splutter. And then we'll be adding in a little bit of curry leaves. So let it splutter, and our tempering is almost ready. To this, now we'll be adding in our chutney which we had ground earlier. So to clean the mixie jar, please do not use water, because here we are making a chutney which we have to store for long, and if you use water, it's not gonna stay, like, it's not gonna have that shelf life which we are aiming for here. So mix well, and you can see the oil slowly starts to combine. And to get to know if our chutney is cooked, we'll have to see that if the oil is released or not. So now you can see oil has been released from the chutney. So this is now ready to be cooled down. So turn off the flame and set that aside so that it cools down completely. To this, we'll be adding in 2 to 3 teaspoons of vinegar. Make sure your chutney is cool before adding the vinegar, or your chutney won't have that shelf life, as I said earlier. So give it a quick mix and mix well. And our very spicy red chutney is now ready to be served. You can have it with your chapati or while having your rice, and I'll tell you, it tastes delicious. So I hope you guys like this recipe. If so, hit that like button, share and subscribe. Meet you in the next recipe. Bye guys.